FM, The Source.
All right, 6 minutes after 11 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. I've told this story before, but this is a good time to tell you again. I had worked in radio for a very, very long time, and about 18 years ago, I guess I decided to stop. I was a little bit fed up with it, to be honest with you. And then I took a job for 3 years working as an activity director at an assisted living facility. And those 3 years really enlightened me as to what those kinds of places are like, the type of people who live there, the family atmosphere, not to mention the family members of the people in the facility that will show up for different events, and it becomes a big family. And when I had an opportunity to come back to a good radio station, then I had to leave. I felt the pull still to radio, and but it was 3 years of one of the best jobs I ever had in my life, and I still look back fondly. And you know, that facility at that time wasn't called Brookdale, but it is now. Mm-hmm. And it is really a beautiful facility. We had an opportunity to visit over there. So when I saw on my list that we were speaking to Cindy Baier from Brookdale, I said, wow, that is awesome. I love talking about the place. I learned so much from it. My own mom, who has since passed away, didn't want to go to any facility at all. She said, please tell me you're never going to put me in a facility. And I said, that's okay. I will never do that. And then, as her health started declining, she said, you know what? I changed my mind. I'm okay with it, and so it was. It's for those of you who've never been in a facility, and you're still picturing like the 1960s institutions
Yes.
that look like hospitals. That's not the way Brookdale is. Cindy Baier is the president and chief executive officer of Brookdale Senior Living. It's an honor to say hello to you, Cindy. Good morning.
It is an honor to see you as well, Larry. We'd love to have you come home again. It is fabulous to see that you've been an activities director. And I know our residents would love having you live and in person.
Oh, my gosh. I loved it, Cindy. You know why I loved it? Because I got to play. And I used to go on Saturdays when I wasn't getting paid just to take them to an outing. We'd go fishing, and we'd go to just to the park and stuff like that.
And you go to a concert.
Yeah, it was a blast. I really liked it. So... And it was a team.
Fabulous.
It was a team, too.
There seems to be...
I would agree.
And there seems to be a lot of women's staff at the assisted living facilities, and they take great care of other women.
This really is all about women taking care of women. Do you know that 75% of all caregivers, most of them unpaid, are women, and 65% of those who receive care are women as well? So the story really is all about women taking care of women. And I'd love to have the chance to talk to you today about the journey that I went through with my mom.
Tell me.
And I think I'd love to talk about it. So by day, I am a senior executive at the nation's largest senior living provider, but I'm also just a daughter, and I deal with the same struggles that you deal with your mom.
Where are you?
Like you, my mom, I am currently in Nashville, Tennessee.
Oh, okay.
But my mom lives in central Illinois.
Oh.
And what I'll tell you is that it was a journey for my mom and I.
Yeah.
And initially, neither of us wanted to approach the senior living decision, but I'll tell you that was not the right decision. And putting her into a supportive environment was the best decision that we ever made, because it allowed me to become my mother's daughter again, and I got to see her flourish, and I got to enjoy the relationship.
I can see that 100%. Yeah. Yeah, that is an interesting observation. You can become your mother's child again. I guess I'll say it from a son's point of view. But that's exactly right, because when you're taking care of somebody, you become the parent. It's weird, isn't it?
It is. And what I will say is you miss what's important in life. That's the relationship. That's the games you play. For my mom and I, it was Yahtzee. And I am so grateful for the tens of thousands of associates that we have at Brookdale who give our residents and their families that gift absolutely every day.
And you not only address of the physical health to make sure everybody has their physical well-being, but their emotional health as well, because you still have to have that social activity.
So it sounds like Larry's an expert on this, being an activities director, but it is all about the whole person. And that's why having the broadest spectrum of options is important. And we have that at Brookdale. For independent living, it can be around dining and theater trips and music and religion. For assisted living, you add caregiving, whether it's medication or bathing. For memory care, we provide supportive environments for those living with dementia. For those people who choose to live at home, we offer home health. Again, it's all about finding the right solution. We do.
Wow, I didn't realize that. But you know what I think too? I think that the generation, I guess I'll say it that way, the age of the people who are at this point ready for a place like Brookdale, I think they were around long enough that they remember when nursing homes weren't like Brookdale. If you know what I mean, and that's one of the fears.
Senior living is not a nursing home. Senior living is around allowing seniors to live the best life that's possible for them.
Yeah.
And so I would encourage you to start the conversation, have a visit, take a tour, and you can find all the information that you need to start that journey at brookdale.com.
And when people do consider to come into your facility, and they have and they're able to have a tour, you also encourage that when they stay there, that their room is theirs and they're able to decorate it within their own personality.
So we are building communities, and each resident has a home within that community filled with things that they love. The community also is an extension of that home. For our veterans, most of our communities have a veterans wall honoring those who have served our country so well.
Yeah.
It's absolutely fabulous.
So what do you think is the most important thing that people are concerned about before moving into Brookdale?
I think it's a question of loss of independence. And so what people often don't realize is that we are providing a supportive environment that actually allows you to be more independent. We support you living the best life that's possible for you.
Yeah, I think that's really true, too. I can't tell you, as an activities director, I used to go from door to door with the ladies, mostly, some men, but the ones who were kind of shy, they just moved in, they were kind of unsure, a little bit scared, and I would come in and say, "Hey, how you doing, Mrs. Whatever?" I said, "Hey, can I get you a cup of coffee?" Next thing you know, I'm sitting in there with them and having a cup of coffee, and I say, "We're playing bingo, or we're gonna watch we're gonna play a Wheel of Fortune game or something like that." And little by little, they kind of come out. Some of them are instant socialites, but others are a little bit takes a while,
We change lives one person, one day at a time. And so what's right for one person isn't right for another. Some people like having someone come to their room to sit and chat. Others like being the belle of the ball. It's all around choice.
Yeah, that's true.
And life doesn't stop on the weekend. I mean, sometimes you hear about facilities that Monday through Friday, and then all the staff disappears on the weekend. But Brookdale, you're there 24/7 with every creative person you have there.
Robin, you're right. Life doesn't stop. Do you know that we hosted a wedding at one of our Brookdale communities recently?
Wow.
We had a couple who met at Brookdale, and they started the next journey of their life.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow. How fabulous.
Wow. Can I ask one more, or do you have to run? I'm just curious what the children of the residents are concerned about. Is it safety? What is their concern?
Look, I think that usually it's about not wanting to admit that mom is aging. And so they delay a decision. And what I will say is not making a decision is making a decision. And don't deprive your family members of the best life that they can have by giving them the support that they need to have the best life possible.
It's hard to let go, isn't it?
Well said.
It is hard to let go. But what I'll say is it's great to become part of a bigger family. And Larry, you said it yourself. You felt like it was a family. That's
Yeah.
what this is all about.
Yeah, not just the residents, but the staff, everything. It was a big family. It was just
Absolutely.
It was a really good experience. It's a beautiful facility, by the way. Brookdale, the one that I'm familiar with, is really a pretty place. Just keep the place is
Gorgeous.
clean, and that's a concern too. It may be on the bottom of the list, but it's a good concern. Cindy, thank you for what you've chosen to do. You're making this world a better place.
Thank you, Larry. I appreciate your time, and thanks to all of the Brookdale Associates. And if you need more information, look at brookdale.com. We can help you with your journey.
And we have at least 3 of them in our area, I think. So
Yeah, at least 3.
check them out. Take a tour. Cindy Baier, thank you for being on
I
the air
think
with
it's
us.
23.
23?
Okay, thank you.
We have 23 in our-
Yes.
Wow.
so.
I had no idea.
23.
Whoa. Okay. Well, there's plenty to choose from. Thank you, Cindy.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right. We'll be right back.
Hey, Ocala. This is the best time. Yes, there's no better time than right now to visit Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens. This place is decked out like never before with color, selection,